Welcome back to the show, guys. It's Duncan as usual, and I'm here with the boys. Let them introduce themselves, and let's jump into this game week review.
Taka here. Marvin.
Yeah, man. So, we shall be doing a run around from La Liga to the Premier League. So, I think starting from the La Liga side, Madrid playing Sociedad.
Yeah.
How was that?
There was a very controversial refereeing decision, of course.
As usual, anything around Madrid.
Everything. There's a lot of 50-50 with refereeing decisions. Like, everyone's saying he was the last man. He didn't really touch him. But the thing is, you also have to factor in what the attacker is thinking. The attacker is thinking, okay, this guy is going to touch me. Once he touches my shirt or anything like that,
I'm going down.
Yes. Like, bro, it's expected, but the ref is not even looking at the attacker. The ref is going after the defender. Like, bro, just even look at this guy, and he falls, I'm giving you a red card. It's that kind of thing. So.
Yeah, but then this is the thing about a 50-50. Doesn't it fall on the referee to decide? Because if it's a 50-50 decision, I think the onus is now on the referee. You get it? So depending on the situation, because I also feel like we don't give credit to these referees, because it's a mad situation being in there.
High tension.
It's high tension.
Yeah.
The crowd is probably going crazy. They were at Real Sociedad's home. You understand? So for a tackle like that, the crowd instantaneously just goes crazy.
It wasn't a tackle as well.
So I'm saying either a tackle or a foul. If you make any foul in any situation, the crowd just goes crazy.
They were near the halfway line, and this guy was running past Hoyce.
Yeah, but
of course, he was
the last
right.
man.
He was not the last man.
Could be though.
No, he was not, because look at it. He was not offside. The attacker was not offside, so they were on the same level. The same, like I said, they were on the offside line where it was a high press around the 30th minute, really. And I think we're 1-0 up.
Yeah, you're 1-0 up.
30 seconds.
Yeah, and the Guler's goal, which was already refused.
So one goal had been disallowed, then Paapa had scored. Yes,
Paapa had scored in the 12th minute.
So, and the most controversial thing is not actually what happened at that point, because we all know there's a procedure. After something like that, you have to go to VAR and look at something. Bro, it seems like third party personnel are the ones who were able to show that actually this was not a red card. La Liga was not showing that. So that leaves too many gaps, of course.
So Arda Guler with the second goal, quite a nice link up with Kylian Mbappe. I think Alonso is really getting the best out of Arda Guler this season. Playing on a prime level.
Yes, the kid is looking so good. His creativity has finally grown into his creativity and express it in a Madrid team. I like it. I like the movements he has. He has a way he can go right or in center. He does anywhere within that range. He has a way of just coming out of it, and it's beautiful to watch. Really.
As well, I think his ball playing ability is quite magnificent.
Yes.
Those through balls he can make.
Line breaking passes.
And just amazing.
I think when you look at how Alonso has been setting up his teams, when you look at how Florian Wirtz was under Alonso, I think they were playing with two attackers. So it leaves not really tense. Look at Mbappe and Vini. There's that space. Mbappe is not the kind of striker who's going to be right ahead, like at the defense line. He keeps moving, so it creates a lot of space. Now, when you also look back at Leverkusen, that was Florian Wirtz's space. Was the attackers are drawing the defenders away. He attacks those spaces, and I think if you're a very good midfielder with very good attacking IQ, now for example, Merino. At some point, even the Spain coach was doing that, because Spain doesn't really have an attacker. If you notice, they don't have
a in and out striker.
Exactly.
Zabal.
Exactly.
So, but even Zabal is a support striker.
At
best.
So it creates those gaps, and I think that's one area where if a midfielder is able to attack those spaces, they can thrive. Jude Bellingham is coming back, so maybe he'll get into that position and he might be even more effective because he has the height, he has the physicality, and he has done it. He has scored at least over 20 goals in that position. So it remains to be seen, of course, how Arda Guler's form is impacted by the return of Bellingham.
Anyway, in other Madrid news, Atletico Madrid played their own form Villarreal.
Finally, they won. I love Atletico.
They went up as winning 2-0 winner. Diego Simeone, I think, he's quite an underrated coach in my view. So many of these big teams, I think, should be quoting him. Teams like Arsenal.
But would he accept?
I'm telling you, I think Simeone has the minerals to take that Arsenal team to like a real championship run.
Yeah.
So, but kudos to him to what he's doing to ATM. I think he has kept them consistent at a certain level.
Yes.
With given the juggernauts he competes with in Barcelona and Madrid. You could say he has a tough job on his hands.
Yeah, and I did like the way he started the season. The 2 losses, it did look good, considering how well they played last season. I felt like Atletico last season was just pretty beautiful. Nice to watch. Alvarez and Solos would come off the bench and score. He would beat Griezmann, but Solos would come off the bench and he still scores. He scores goals rivaling their best goal scorer in Alvarez, but he was coming off the bench, and I always liked that about their team. They're so versatile. So when seeing them start the season the way they did, it was a bit disappointing for a guy like me who likes to watch Atletico Madrid. But to beat Villarreal, I'll take that any day. 2-0.
I think when I was trying to I did some research into like the football culture, and I actually realized, for example, you see how Arteta has had to basically evolve when he's on the job with Arsenal. He's had to evolve, and of course he has been critiqued because he's just perfecting he's smoothing out those edges in his game, in his tactics and everything. See, Simeone now needs a new challenge. When you said that he was struggling at the start of the season, there have been also other seasons where they've struggled. I think 2021.
There's a sorry season.
A number of seasons where they've struggled, and I think because of the experience, he's able to steady the ship. But if he wants to really go to the next level, I don't think he's going to do that with ATM. ATM would be perfect for now a coach he has a coach with an attacking mindset, but he's conversant with defending. If, for example, you had an Arteta learned how to actually attack. And then he started learning how to defend. So it looks like he's a very defensive coach, yet he's actually an attacking coach. Because that was always Arsenal's issue, plugging in those holes. So when you look at La Liga, it's a kind of environment where a coach can actually take that in 3 years. You develop your philosophy. Benitez did it.
Then in Valencia, right?
Yes, then he came over. He actually won, I think, 2 titles.
He won Valencia's first league title before he came to Liverpool, and it was crazy. The first league title in years anyway.
That team was quality.
So
it was.
And it helps because Prep is not for you. Arteta is lucky that he has had the grace of the owners, because I don't think the owners actually had much of a choice as well.
That's true.
But if it was another team, 3rd year he would be good, I guarantee. He'll be like, okay, you know what? I think the cycle has ended. Pochettino with Spurs, they let go of him, not because he was bad, but because he experienced like this slump. But if he was in Spain, you perfect your philosophy, maybe you might not win the title, but you finish like 3rd, and you move on. Although Lopetegui was unlucky. He jumped from Sevilla, I think, was it Sevilla? Then he went to Madrid.
But the standards are different for Madrid and
from the Spain national team.
And actually what messed him up, he had actually gone to the national team. Remember?
Yes, and then Madrid called him.
I think that abrupt switch kind of messed up his rhythm, because I feel like he had established that synergy in the Spanish team, and then these guys just appeared one day and now he had to leave.
And once he signed that contract, the Spanish FA just got done with him. Before the World Cup, remember? 2018.
But that goes to show how, like, for Madrid and Barca, the standards are different. Like you say, for the thing. Because Madrid, Mourinho even still, it's not like he was doing poor at Madrid. He won a league title at Madrid, but they wanted more. They wanted more because it's not just winning; it is winning the best for them. Barca, you can probably scrape it off with the La Liga here and there, but they'll expect a Champions League eventually. Madrid, it's a Champions League.
I think with Madrid, Mourinho wasn't fired.
Yeah.
But he realized he had reached the end of his creative cycle. After that third year, he was exhausted. The players were exhausted.
Yes.
And the politics starts with your players. Remember with Casillas and everything?
Yes.
At that point, it's like you basically have to flip the club upside down to have any chance of coming back. And the intensity, his first and second season, the intensity was so high. After that, the real hurdle is not even like the other teams you're going to play. It's your own mentality, your psychology, having to motivate yourself.
Than what you were.
Exactly. It's how do you beat 100 points?
Yeah, that's quite tough. Anyway, interesting. Madrid still leads the table at this point with 12 points.
Yeah.
Athletic Bilbao coming in second with 9. That's irrespective of Barcelona, because Barcelona is playing Valencia.
Yeah.
So if they win, they got 10 points.
Yeah, again, at the time of recording, anyway. Yes.
I think that covers La Liga on that, unless we can head over to the English side of things. So no, you're itchy. You want to send us over video game. You guys are
I'm not itchy. I'm not itchy for this. I'm not itchy. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the best game.
To be honest, it was a horror show on your end. The way Burnley played, I think, kudos Scott Parker.
Yeah, he parked the bus the whole game.
What is he supposed to do?
Yeah, and
what is he supposed to do? I'm
not holding it against him. However, I'm not going to sit here and listen to people say like this game was a generational stinker or something like that. I acknowledge it was a poor game to watch. I acknowledge Burnley did very good with a low block.
Yeah.
What I'll probably be impressed with them is not the amount of shots, because we had shots for days. I think it's the fact that they limited the shots on target.
Yeah.
Yes, I would give that to them. They limited the shots on target. They made sure there was always a man for the ball in the shot. Yeah. So to win such a game, such games are not easy to win away. In a team that knows they're not going to do much against a team like Liverpool. So from the first minute, low block, try and get them on a counter. If that doesn't feel, go back to the low block. And then they did that well. So for us to come up with a win in this, I'll take it any day. That's how you win.
Okay.
I feel like for a big team now, a low block is something it's expected. Actually,
yes,
the real work is playing those teams that are played, because how many big teams are there, for example? In any league, 4, 5, 6.
In the Premier League, about 10.
Not really.
Give or take.
Yes, but those in the top 10, you can, if you have the right personnel, very good players, you're guaranteed at least from like the 6th to the 10th. Actually, could be, if you're focused, if you're in the right rhythm, you know you can take down those teams. Yeah. The real work is bottom, the last 5 teams that actually don't come to play, they come to survive. They don't come to win.
And that's what they do.
My expectation in this game is I expected Florian Wirtz, because you guys, these are moments to which you bought this guy for, right? Teams that play in a low block that need a magical pass, a magical touch, someone gliding past like 3 players, and then, but that wasn't there the whole game.
Yeah.
Kudos to Scott Parker. I still say that because Burnley stuck to their ways. They stuck to their. He coached them this whole week, and it really worked on pitch. So the quality of Salah, Ekitike, Gapco, these guys couldn't do anything, right? And this is a club. I still we expected you guys to break Burnley down because we were speaking before the game started, right? Your prediction was around 4 goals, right?
And how did that turn out?
So all of us expected a high goal turnout, and this actually turned out the opposite. Yeah. So that's the Premier League, I guess.
Did McAllister play?
Yes, he had a stinker.
No, not like that. Let's
call a stinker a stinker.
I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to sit here and see a team that dominated the game in every metric. Yeah, in every metric, bar for scoring. We didn't dominate
against Burnley.
And going to take all the metrics
against Burnley,
and that is okay. And that is why I've given them their flowers. That's why I've given them their flowers for the defending. And I still think Liverpool could have done more. However, like I say, I'm not going to hear a discussion of a stinker because it was a low block.
Yeah, but you know, now that you mention it, you said something about Florian Wirtz having you said a stinker.
No, not really a stinker. He had a hard time.
No,
remember what I said about Alonso's system?
Yeah.
Whereby just the way the team is set up, there's space. I think people confuse profiles of certain players. Florian Wirtz is not. I don't want to use Messi because he's like the prime example, but he's not the kind of player who can find space on his own without the system. I don't think he's that kind of player. That's why I asked you, did McAllister play? Because if McAllister was in a more advanced position, like Florian Wirtz's position, I feel like he can create his own space whereby, for example, if a player needs like 3 meters to turn around and control the ball and look for the next person, you need someone who will use 2 meters or 1.5 meters to create space when teams are, because from where I'm seated to where I'm seated is about 1.5 meters, right? You need a player to be able to move within that space. Exactly. That's how you're going to break down a low block. And I feel like that's why a lot of people complain we no longer have number 10s. You know why Aguero was so effective? Aguero was small, he could find space, he could control the ball in tight spaces and bang, bang, bang. He was so effective in that.
You underestimate the power of a
low block.
Oh god. A low block is, check it, it's 4 men, right?
Yeah.
It's 4 men standing in a line and 3 men standing in the middle of the spaces in between the 4 men. It's hard to pass through that. Yeah. And I'm not saying you cannot pass it. There are days where you can pass it. However, when a low block traditionally comes in, it's the second I see a team go on a low block in the 10th minute, if my team hasn't scored in 25 minutes, I know it's going to be one of those
long one.
Because these guys get into the rhythm and they start understanding the rhythm the patterns these players are going to keep on going for. And you're going to do it in a constant. There is a bit of a surprise factor, I think, to a way you play. Yeah. So if you're going to surprise them, then you will surprise them. But if you keep on doing the same thing, they're going to pick up to your patterns, they're going to pick up to what you're doing, at least for that day. Sure. And they're going to make it hard for you. And I think that's what Liverpool faced this time.
Anyway, so you guys still managed to claw yourselves out. Mo Salah penalty, Hannibal gifted them a handball. After all their hard work, Burnley was truly undone by this. It was God's man, to be honest.
I'll take it.
Liverpool match on, I guess. Top of the league again.
Yeah, man. Let's go to the next game.
Anyway, Arsenal really breezed past their opponent.
Yeah.
Victor Gyokeres getting on the score sheet, Eberechi Eze assist.
Yeah.
How good is it to see the two signings combined in this team?
Good is the wrong word for me, but it is entertaining to watch.
For the betterment of the league, it's really nice to see 2 signings link up. Yeah.
I think you see, that's the thing about, while I was watching the game, Arsenal was going a lot using Madueke's wing, and Madueke is a bit direct to the way he plays his football. So he's gonna run at the defender. He's gonna take him 1-on-1. Probably get through him. If there's no defender after that, he's gonna go for goal. Yeah. That's just how he plays. If there's another person there, then that's when he probably thinks of getting the pass. When Eze got the ball and he did his thing on the left, that's when you clearly saw where Gyokeres is going to get service from, and that's why they brought him, because he got the ball. He didn't even try to do so much. He got the ball, flicks it over, runs at the edge of the line and pass it before the defender can close up the space.
What a ball!
Very
few players might make that ball to be honest.
Yes, and the pace of the ball, that's the thing.
Off your weak foot.
Yeah, the pace of the ball comes in. The potential for it going high up is there, because for Liverpool, Darwin Núñez would get that a lot, and if the pace of the ball was higher, that was much more than he expected. He's going to hit it over the bar. So kudos to Arsenal for that.
Kudos to Arsenal for that.